This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20.
Coach, thanks. Located appropriately for his career win total at 347 Don Shula Drive. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami, Florida. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Miami Dolphins. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
On second down, Elliott. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. A gain of 6 there on first.
St. Brown. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
I can't believe they even let you play. Switch.
From the pistol, here's Elliott. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 4.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. $47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Throwing on second down, Wilson. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
First down, Houston.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Being chased out left. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Wilson now. Going to throw again. Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off right around the 43. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Undercrunch. Henry. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Yeah. Hey, here I come.
This is Elliott. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Texans.
On 2nd down now. It's Elliott. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
He was taken down by Kyle Fuller. No gain on the play. Leads to 3rd and 11.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Hunter Henry. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after by Mamba, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Uses the spin. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are.
That's caught at the 25. A big-time play there for the Texans. 57 yards. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. George Kittle, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it, and he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All day, guys. Kill.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
It's second down and 10.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Watch the screen. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Wilson throwing again. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. It's caught. Jones. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Fight, 56. Let's run.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll fire one in zone for Cooks. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw is Wilson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. In for the score. And the Texans have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go...
Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And the Texans scoop it. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
This will be fielded at the 17. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, Any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now it's Wilson. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep. He's got a man. Complete. And he takes it all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Out of time. It's out of time.
Here's Wilson to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
58, boys. 58. 58. Come on. Hey. 58.
Again, Wilson. Flush to his right. They still can't get it. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Under the category of obvious, you hate giving up a 1st down on 3rd and long. And somehow he finds his way downfield and picks it up.
Yeah, if you look at the coverage defensively, this is great, but no one accounted for him at the quarterback spot.
At some point, you actually have to tackle him and get him on the ground short of the 1st down marker.
Here's Wilson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. And this is incomplete.
Wilson's pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's 3rd down and 10.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. To throw is Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. Past the 20, 10, 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a 1-score game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Wilson now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Now Wilson escaping the pressure right. And that's incomplete.
Wilson on the keeper. Incomplete on the throwaway. It's now 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Wilson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They give it off here to the tight end. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Going with their tight end on 4th. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Jackson going to throw again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Wilson operating from the gun. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And it's caught. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Let's go, baby.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal.
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
To throw again is Wilson. Flushed out right. Stepping, hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Dolphins have got it. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
36.
Now Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
No.
And they will get to him behind the line, but they're out of timeouts, remember, and the clock continues to wind down. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
It's 4th down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Miami. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Mike 58 right there. I'm scared.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Nick Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run with Elliott. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Jackson now. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10. Now it's Jackson. Screenplay, Johnson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Here's Jackson to throw. From the left side, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 26.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
A first down carry by Elliott. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. That seemed to be linebacking 101 on how to diagnose and stop a run.
And what we're doing nowadays is we're taking those former safeties, those bigger guys, and making them linebackers to utilize their speed. He just made an absolute beeline after he diagnosed that play and ended up making a nice tackle on it.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Mike 54. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch it.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 28. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
380.
Play action. It's Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Now Wilson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Nick Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
It's 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
We ain't giving up nothing.
Jackson now, throwing again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Mike 54. That's right, baby. They don't want it. 54. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
From the gun, Jackson. Looking deep for Elliott. It got his man complete. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
You must be getting
Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing is Jackson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know you've got a baseball background, right?
A little bit. Started minor league ball.
Yeah, you did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? An indicator, right?
Tells you whether it goes or not, yeah.
Yeah, whether the play's on or not. How about the indicators offensive linemen give when they're getting ready to run a screen pass? And if those get red, well, we just saw that there, didn't we?
No gain.
No gain. Deciphered it and finished the play off.
Here's Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Is that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Wilson now to throw again. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Complete to number 26. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Wilson will throw again. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
At their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Hey, 54. My best.
Jackson. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Here we go. Mike 5-4.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. Complete. It's Henry. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Running with Elliott. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action. Now Wilson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. As his guys are in for 6. And the Texans push further out in front.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Now it's Jackson. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. 20. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Mike 54.
Now Elliott. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Throwing is Wilson. Man, the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction.
Oh, it's out. McKinnon fumbled it. And it's a touchdown. Elijah McGuire, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Seibert on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
You better bring. I'm letting you know.
Throwing again. Jackson. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
That's another Dolphins first down.
You ain't going
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Play action. It's Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. To throw is Jackson. Now this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Dancing to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check. All goes special. All goes special.
Wilson wants to throw it. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
He's letting it fly for now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it. Because
now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw. Jackson. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Brings up third down and 20.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
You got nothing.
Jackson from the shotgun. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. After the interception, here's Wilson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. 13. Check 13. Move. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
In your face.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. One play has them to the 37 here for first and 10.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. 50. Check. Watch 54. Who there? Hey, watch that. Check it up.
To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Clock now showing 0:05. That's all we have left here in the fourth. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10. One last shot for Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game.
16.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Texans, they move back over 500 now at 6-5, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.